Hello friends, Coach Bob here. How you doing today? Today we're going to be talking about the human hand. Human hand has 27 bones, plus 2 more bones forming the wrist joint. You know our fingers have no muscles. The tendons that control them are muscles that are actually in the palm and in the forearm. You know, fingers contain some of the densest area of nerve endings in the body. And what that means, when you hurt your finger, you hurt, and you hurt a lot. So are our hands worth protecting? Absolutely they are. And if you were to ask me, Coach Bob, how do you know that? Well, when I was a boy playing football, my ring finger on my right hand, the last joint, a kid fell on it and bent it forward, pushing the bone out through the back of my fingernail. They thought I was going to lose the last joint of that finger, and while that finger isn't quite as pretty as the other 9, I still have it and I can still use it. But it does hurt. And I will tell you, when I hurt it, it hurt awfully bad. All you have to do is go online and look at some hand injuries, basic hand injuries, a lot of them very mild, and they're extremely painful. The ones on motorcycles are far from mild. In fact, I know it's talking crazy, but there are times you look at those, you'll probably get a little bad feeling in your stomach and think, maybe I shouldn't be riding. But if I am going to ride, I definitely need to wear a pair of gloves. And that's what we're going to talk about today. More specifically, the Icon Overlord glove. Who is Icon? What are they? What kind of company are they? What do they stand for? And is it the kind of glove that affords you the protection you really need? Because when it comes to your hand, money is no object. And we're going to talk about that right after this.
So Icon, who are they and what do they stand for? Well, that's a good question. Basically, their webpage reads something like this, that they were designed and developed in Portland, Oregon, USA. And then when you start looking further into the history of the company, it reads something like this. Founded in 2002, Icon burst onto the scene with unabashed attitude and a heavy right wrist. Icon was created to address the modern performance rider who claim the streets as their preferred hunting grounds. Our products are designed to address the unique needs of these riders: unforgiving asphalt, gravel-strewn corners, and inattentive cagers. All things we experience on our daily rides. You know, that kind of stuff. You know, I really question the guy that wrote this stuff, if he's a writer or not. Maybe he is. Maybe he's the road Rossi that we all aspire to be. But I prefer the story of a guy who actually earned the company and worked hard. I like the Joe Rockets of the world and the individuals who started Pitbull and those kinds of companies. They mean more to me. So the Icon Overlord glove. What does it say on the Icon webpage? Well, I find that quite interesting too. First off, the suggested retail price is $59 US. They look great. I love the way the gloves look. The palm, in one particular section on the webpage, says it's cowhide, supple and strong. The cowhide provides support and flexibility. And if you go further down on the same page, it calls it a battle hide palm, and we use abrasion-resistant premium-grade battle hide goat skin, and it's lighter than cowhide. Either way, is it goat skin? Is it cowhide? Who knows? On the throttle side, the goat skin slant leather palm is starting to wear a little thin, and there is a double reinforcement leather on the pinkies that just in case you decide to slide down the pavement, it will help you not look so terrible later. The fingertips have touch screen fingers so that you can utilize your cell phone when you're writing. The fingers on the back side of your hand, they're reinforced, not with armor, just with more types of material. You have a leatherette type of material around the fingertip wrapping around, and then you have some venting along the upper knuckle. And the other venting, the white venting that you have on the glove, is a net. It actually works quite well, keeping your hands cool. That said, it's not real durable. It's starting to show some frays and looking a little haggard around the seams. But other than that, it's no worse for the wear, and they haven't torn yet. Around the wrist, you have a nice Velcro closure. It's got a material, kind of piping material around the edge, so it's not rough on your wrist, and it works well. The armor is free floating over the knuckle. It isn't very heavy. It's pretty thin. I certainly wouldn't want to go down. I don't want to go down in any glove, but certainly not these. Up on the wrist, you have the rubber icon logo on there. It looks quite nice. The gloves really do look good. They move well. When you ride, they feel almost like you're wearing nothing on your hands, which is a blessing in one way. But in another way, I think I really want more. After sustaining the types of injuries that I have in my life, I think I want more protection. And that's why I'm going to be looking at the Alpinestars SMX2 version 2, the carbons. They seem to have a little more armor on them. I tried a pair on a week and a half ago, and they felt pretty good. They feel pretty solid. They're $30 more. Is that $30 well spent? Well, for me, I think it will be. I won't know for sure until I get them, and that's one of the bad things about this type of thing. So hopefully this review has been somewhat enlightening for you, and that when you go out and you buy a pair, you can be a little more confident in what you're actually getting. The gloves are nice. Don't think I'm slamming them or I'm slamming Icon. I'm not saying they're my favorite. They're not. But they are a good pair of gloves, and they certainly look cool. That said, you have a great day. And remember, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Be sure and click like and subscribe if you like this content, and we will see you next time.